Morning, y'all. Just figured I'd come on here and introduce myself. My name is Mac. Um, my wife and I, about 2.5 years ago, moved from Middle Tennessee down here. We initially moved to Central Texas for the Army, um, and now we're in East Texas, and we plan on staying here. We about 2.5 months ago bought some land, just over 100 acres up in Colmasnil, Texas. Um, from those of y'all from that area, you can tell that I'm not from their city because I say it wrong according to y'all. But anyway, um, I want to introduce myself again. My name is Mac. My wife and I currently enjoying the weather. Y'all can see they're over there taking some pictures of nature here at the pond at the RV park that we're currently staying at. We're hoping here in 2 or 3 weeks we'll be able to move our RV onto the property. Um, We've bought a tree farm, growing the pine trees, and we're trying to get it to where we can turn it into a cattle ranch. So I was hoping to kind of take y'all along the journey with us, and we're going to start after I get some stumps cleared, a pad cleared for the house. We're going to start building our house there. We're going to do a barn dominium style house, and we're going to do a lot of the um building of the actual house, not the shell of it, but the house. We're going to try to do a lot of that ourselves. There's going to be some of it that don't have the knowledge, or maybe for me, not even the patience to do. But we're going to kind of GC that stuff out. We're going to general contract that stuff out ourselves. I don't have the patience to do plumbing, so we probably won't do that. And some of the electrical work, it'll be kind of a mixture. I'm gonna have to kind of talk to an electrician once we figure out which one we're gonna hire. I've met with one already. I'm meeting with another one tomorrow. But we got to just kind of figure it out. I'm hoping to hire one of those guys to do some of the work. I can run a wire from the power to a switch to one, two, three, four lights. But when you start putting switches on the other side of those lights, I just don't have there's, you get into the three-way or something or others. I've kind of looked it up, and I'm just like, um, I'm not a big fan of electricity anyway. So, but we're gonna get some of that stuff figured out. Um, but we just bought that tree farm, and you know, I started researching. I've got a little, I don't know, it's probably a 29 horsepower. It's a really old Kubota tractor on our what's left of our farm up in Middle Tennessee. We're trying to sell that now, and we'll bring some of that stuff down. But I'm trying to figure out, would that tractor be able to do some of the stuff I need? Do I need a newer tractor maybe, or do I need like a track loader, something like that? So I've been doing some research on that kind of stuff because I'm not a farmer by trade. We've had horses up there in Tennessee for years. We've still got several up there right now that we're hoping to get down soon. But all right, picking it back up, I had I don't know, looked like a life flight, maybe some kind of medical helicopter fly by. I forgot where I was completely, but so yeah, we bought a tree farm. We're gonna try to put it into a cattle ranch, and I want to bring you all along with the journey. Doing this one just in the research that I've done, like I was talking about a moment ago, with trying to figure out, do I need a tractor or a track loader? Just trying to figure out what kind of equipment I'm gonna need, because I've never had to do this before. But um, I saw other creators, other YouTubers that were kind of doing the same thing that I'm wanting to do, and I had already thought about doing it. I was just like, man, who wants to watch some old retired Army guy, you know, pull up stumps or pick up branches and pile all that stuff up? And I got to watching these other creators doing the exact same thing, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought, well, heck, that's a sign. Then let's start doing this. So again, this is gonna be my first video I've ever posted to YouTube. Hopefully, it's not horrible for y'all. I've done a couple different takes. My wife and I have got a couple of cameras that I've tried each of them, and so we're just kind of trying that out and seeing how it works and how it goes for us, and which one sounds best and seems like it's going to work best and all that. So we'll just see what happens with it. So, but again, I'm wanting to bring you all along on the journey, and we can teach each other some things. And like I said, I love to learn. I try to learn something new every day. So we'll see what we can't get done with it, and hopefully it'll be an experience. Please do me a favor and like the video, subscribe to my channel. That way we can see some more stuff. I'm gonna try to do some other videos where we talk some about the processes, where we've already started kind of researching for the house and started getting some quotes for, you know, water well, or like I said, right now we're kind of talking to electricians to get some stuff around, one for the well, but two for the RV, and then eventually that'll go to where the house is going to be once we're out there. And I'll try to throw in some pictures where a couple months ago I did rent a skid steer, a track loader, actually, I'm sorry. Rented a track loader with a, just some, it wasn't a root grapple, but it was some kind of a tree grapple, or the guy where I rented it from, he didn't know what it was called, but it was a kind of a grapple. And we cleared out a spot where, what I think it is where they've cleared this, the timber before, and I don't know, maybe necessarily harvested the timber. Maybe it was just kind of do the underbrush, to clear out the underbrush. There's a spot that doesn't have any real big trees in it, so I cleared that. I left a few of the trees. There was a few pine trees that were a little bit bigger, but I cleared that. It was mostly thorn bushes, some little scrub, useless trees. I pulled some of that stuff up, and that's where we're going to end up putting a little fenced-in yard for the dogs to be able to run, and that's where the RV is going to go for now. That's going to be the area where the house is at now, but I'm going to try to put some pictures up where I took pictures, kind of before and after pictures, for me clearing that stuff, and I'll try to figure out how to put those in. If I can't do it this video, I'll try to put them in next. But hey, you know, like I said, I've been trying to figure this out and learn. If you've got experience doing any kind of land clearing, especially if you're pulling up stumps, and especially if you're doing it in East Texas, that dirt out there is just rock solid. I'll think of the name of what they call the soil out there in a minute, but it's just rock solid right now. We haven't gotten much rain in Texas. We got a little bit last week, and we're supposed to get a little bit early next week. But we'll see how that goes, and that might soften it up for us. So, but if you've got experience doing this stuff, and you've used, you know, tractor and a track loader or a skid steer, whichever, if you got some experience, please leave a comment for me. Let me know what, you know, what kind of worked for you and what your thought process was and what you went through with either, or if you use some of the different equipment. But you know, leave me a comment and let me know. Help me out some. You know, I'm leaning towards the track loader right now, just like I said, because I've got a little 30, it's only a 29, I think is what it is, little Kubota tractor. It's a little four-wheel drive tractor, and I bought it from a guy, and he told me it was an 89 or a 90 model, so that's how old it is, somewhere in there. But if you've got experience, you know, like I said, let me know. And same with, you know, a stump grapple or root grapple versus stump grinder. You know, my hesitation right now with the stump grinders is how deep I'll be able to get, because I can't leave, you know, especially these pine trees. You know, these pine trees back here, they've got that, the tap roots, and then they've got the top roots, and that tap root kind of goes in the ground. It could go in, what I've researched, it could go up to a few feet, if not several feet, and it's about the same thickness as the base of the pine tree. And I got to get that out. I can't have that, you know, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, have a hole there and one of my horses or one of my cattle step in it and break a leg. That's bad juju. If you're in the livestock business, you know it's bad juju. But leave me a comment, let me know something. And again, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. That'll help us out. I truly appreciate any assistance, any advice. Like I said, if you've been through something like this in the past, you know, help me out. Let me learn from some of the things that you figured out in your research, or in actually just your hands-on stuff doing it. So I'm always wanting to learn something. I hope I can transfer some knowledge y'all's way eventually. So I'm gonna sign off for now, and we'll see about getting this going. Y'all please stay tuned for the next videos, and if you got any comments on what you'd like to see or whatever, please let me know. I always like the criticism. It helps. I'm thick-skinned, so you know, as long as you don't start calling me, you know, some really bad names, I probably won't mind too much. But leave me some comments. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video, and go Big Orange.